is a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, they're underway.
Caicedo. Palmer.
Caicedo.
Palmer. Fernandes.
He's in space and looking for options.
It's a loose ball. Palmer.
Palmer! An early chance there, first of the game.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Fernandes. James.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Great hit! And he's heaved it away.
Palmer. Palmer gets a cross in.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
Caicedo. Colwill. Fernandes.
Aim forwards.
Kamada.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Jackson.
Sancho.
Palmer. Caicedo. Fernandes. Played out wide. Now it's Sancho. In by Sancho.
Richards tries to clear. So who's he picking out? Can he find the finish?
Cucurella. Doucouré.
Joel Ward. Joel Ward, gently done.
Palmer.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Doucouré. Kamada. Arteta. Doucouré. Kamada.
That's good play.
Doucouré.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more miss than hit.
Palmer. Fernandes. Palmer. Fernandez.
Moved on forwards.
Kamada.
And now the breakaway.
Lacroix.
And it's played forward. Richard, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Jackson really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he cuts out the supply. Pedro Neto.
Caicedo.
Back into the middle. And he has been fouled there.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Gehi puts it away. That'll be a throw. Wharton. Richards driven forward.
Fernandez.
Nice defending, physical and effective. Eze.
Are clearly looking to use the space at the flanks here.
With a view to what exactly, Jim?
Well, it can encourage the full-backs to get involved and increase their chances of more service into the box.
Gehi forwards and with intent. Jackson. Sancho. Oh, good spread. Eze. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That's really well manoeuvred. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Wharton. Gehi shifted upfield.
Caicedo.
Pedro Neto. Lovely feet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Kamada.
Doucouré.
Now it's Kamada. Kamada. Oh, it's played into the area. He's got to be in here. Big chance.
Arteta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Really well manoeuvred.
Palmer.
James. Chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Cucurella. Colwell. Colwell chooses to go cross-field. Oh, good ball. Jackson knocks it out wide. James is charging up on the overlap. But that's too far for anyone. Henderson getting this one clear. He's had a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Moved on forwards. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Oh, sweet feet.
Now it's Mateta. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Caicedo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Sancho. And the finish!
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now Jackson! And he thumps it clear. And that's a throw. James. Gehi aimed forwards. Fernandez. Sancho. Great defending, strong and determined.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Palmer gently done. Pedro Neto. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And he's there to clear it. That is a brilliant interception. And it's played forward. Fofana. Mitchell forwards and with intent. He's gone for a throw-in. Caicedo. Palmer! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Pedro Neto.
Caicedo. Palmer. Nice control. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
It's come loose. Caicedo proves just a little bit too strong. Caicedo's cross. So what can they make of this? Decore. And that has put paid to that. That's really well manoeuvred. Calmly anticipates. Caicedo. Jackson couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Joel Ward. Aim forwards. Palmer gently done. Sancho. Cucurella. Looking for a decent ball in. Sancho. That has been knocked clear. And here's the chance to counter. Wharton. Caicedo shifted upfield. Richards cuts it out. Lacroix moved on forwards. Colwill. Palmer. And it's played forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lofted upfield. Wharton played out to the left flank. Richards cuts out the pass. Gehi played up towards the front line. Fernandez. Caicedo. Richards gets over and intercepts. Eze. Decore clips it so gently. Sanchez is there and he can get that clear. Palmer. Out to the left it goes. Cucurella. Oh, easy pickings there. That's been drilled forward. Fernandez. Sancho. Showing good feet. And it's lofted through here. Gehi with the clearance. Fernandez. Half an hour played now. That's very neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. In by Sancho. Cleared away. Cucurella crosses. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Caicedo. And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Palmer shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. Fernandez.
Cucurella. He is just caressing the ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Over to the left. Now it's Eze. Mateta. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, he's in! Dealt with nicely by the defence. He can get that clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Caicedo. Doucouré, searching ball that into space. And that's a goal kick. Pedro Neto looking to add to his goal. Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Fernandez. Mateta. Now, what about a counter-attack? Wharton. Colwell gets across to intercept that. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Jackson! That has been knocked clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Moved on forwards. Sanchez catches it safely. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well read, nice interception. Lacroix. There's a probing ball. Wharton spread out to the left. Fofana aim forwards. Palmer. Out towards the flank. Can he spark a counter here? Mitchell. And it's played forward. Succumbs to the pressure. Sancho. Fofana. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Out of play for a throw. Wharton. Gehi gently done. Now it's Mateta. Mateta played out to the left flank. Fernandez. Sancho looks to the other side. Caicedo. Palmer. Sancho. Kamada does really well to win the ball there. Cucurella. Kamada absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Fernandes. Kamada. Moved on forwards. Fernandes. Over to the left. Cucurella. Cucurella. Now it's Sancho. That's tidy. Cross goes in, and the shot!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
That has been cut short. Jackson, who does have an assist to his name. That's really well manoeuvred. Mateta played out towards the right wing. Wharton shifted upfield. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Palmer. Played out to the right. Tries a shot! Well, that is rather wayward.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Fofana, aim forwards. Gehi does well to get it back. Mitchell, gently done. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo, moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. James. Crossed into the middle, clears it away, and the ball's come loose here. Played back in, Caicedo knocks it out wide. Fernandes. Shot a goal! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. What do we pack on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline up.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Wharton. Kamada. Doucouré. Now it's Mateta. Mateta! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
James. Fofana. Caicedo. Palmer. Jackson. Palmer. Sancho. Doucouré wins the duel this time. Lofted upfield. Fofana makes the interception. Colwill. Fernandez. Fofana. Played towards the other side. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's a throw. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Joel Ward. Gehi forwards and with intent. Caicedo. James. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Now it's Pedro Neto, crosses it in. That's really well manoeuvred. Fernandez. Richards gets rid without sophistication. James is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Eze. That's an excellent interception. Pedro Neto. Sancho. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. James delivers with wit. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Mitchell. Defending was strong and firm. Mateta. Kamada. Palmer. Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. Aim forwards. Sancho! Lobbed in behind. And he cuts out the supply. Fernandez shifted upfield. Cucurella. Sancho. Cucurella. Oh, he's found support out wide. And here comes the corner. Time for a change in personnel. They've played it short. Aimed in towards the centre. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. There are a few waiting for it. Can he deliver? Joel Ward has played it long. Eze. Wharton.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Jackson.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto!
Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cucurella. Being still separated by the game's only goal.
Nice ball.
Pedro Neto!
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Palmer, gently done. Out to the right.
Caicedo. James. Gehi. He's gone direct here.
Pedro Neto.
And that was very necessary. James have it back and can go again. Caicedo. Palmer. Fernandez. Sancho. Gehi goes forward. Palmer. Sancho.
Out to the left it goes.
Cucurella. Now here's the delivery. Gehi tried. Great chance!
Is the shot on?
It's run loose here. Sarr forwards and with intent. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. Caicedo.
And it's played forward.
Caicedo aim forwards. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Plays it through.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Palmer. Sancho. Chance to shoot now. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Palmer. Very nicely done.
Plenty waiting in the middle. Well read. And the danger is averted. Could move up a gear here. He could be in here. Sarr. Decore. Spread out to the left. Back into the middle. Caicedo with the slide tackle there. That is lovely. Eze's cross. Colwell attempts a clearance.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Mateta. Mateta! It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
There will be a throw-in. Pedro Neto. Wharton, gently done. Looking to break at pace. He's making a real surge on the left. Mateta. Sanchez claims it. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's played it in low.
Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Joel Ward moved on forwards. Colwell. That's really well manoeuvred. Palmer. James. Pedro Neto. James. Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Sarr. Mateta. And they're not going to make any further progress now. James. Caicedo. Caicedo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played out to the right. Pedro Neto. Chance in the header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Palmer actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Drilled in low. That's going to go a long way. Palmer. James. James shifted upfield. James crosses. Cleared away. Out for a throw. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Richards did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Colwell gets across to intercept that. Caicedo. Eze. Gehi forwards and with intent. Moved on forwards. Fofana cuts it out. Colwell. Jackson. Over to the left. Sancho. It'll be a throw-in. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Quality ball. Mateta chasing after it. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Nice physical challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Caicedo. Fernandes. Palmer is fouled. Lacroix, aim forwards. He's going to be disappointed with that. Fernandes. 75 minutes played. Jackson played out towards the right wing. A chance to play it in. Caicedo, good spread. Palmer. Fernandes. Cucurella. Oh, that's neat. Fernandes. Jackson! Cleared without complication. Lovely bit of skill. Up he goes! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Sancho. Played into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Time to deliver. James. Deep cross. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Henderson sends that a long way. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Palmer!
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Muscular approach does pay off here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's played forward, played out to the right. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Pedro Neto. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Fernandez. Pedro Neto.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
They've won a corner. That has been knocked clear. Oh, nice touch. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. That's really well manoeuvred. Fernandez. Palmer shifted upfield.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Tries to get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Joel Ward, nicely aimed pass. Moved on forwards. Jackson. Oh, some tackle that. Pedro Neto.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet. There's only one word for this, it's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
Played down the flank. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's nice. One good cross, maybe the last, and he'll shoot here! Been clubbed away. Colwell, and he goes cross-field. Caicedo. Pedro Neto, played out wide. Hit into the middle. Very nicely done.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, no half measures from here.
Hughes, Mateta, Hughes. Now it's Hughes. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And that has been cleared.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
James. Palmer. James. Pedro Neto. Now it's Pedro Neto. James. Caicedo. Into the box. Goalkeeper's ball. Palmer. Sancho. Oh, good ball! The final seconds now. Now it's Sarr. James cuts out the pass, and it's played forward. Caicedo. Fernandez. Sancho. Cucurella. Oh, that is a... He's got the shot away! That was superb goalkeeping!
Jackson clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Richards can get it clear. It's a throw-in. Fernandez. Caicedo. James. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Caicedo. So time is nearly up. One final twist, perhaps. Palmer. Caicedo. Mitchell. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Would you summarise what we've seen today then?